Okay, so for today's lesson, we are supposed to learn about addition and subtraction involving negative numbers. And I'm going to introduce these small little circles that you will see here. We'll be using this today, and this is actually called an algebra disk. Okay, so what you will see on this dark blue side is the number 1. And if you flip it over, it will become negative 1. Okay, take note that we do not read these as a minus 1. Okay, this is read as negative 1 because it represents a negative integer, whereas minus will refer to subtraction, is an operation. Okay, so before we start on anything, we need to first understand the concept that states here. A negative 1 disk and 1 disk form a 0 pair. So what does it mean? When we put a 1 and a negative 1 together, okay, I'm going to read it as 1 plus negative 1. So you realize that the answer that you will get is 0. So I'm going to move this away. So this is a 0 pair. Okay, so now using algebra disk, evaluate 2 plus 3. And now we all know that the answer is 5. But how do we get the answer 5 using algebra disk? I will put 2 in a row. Then another 3 in a different row. Okay, so I have 2 plus 3, and if I sum them up, I will get 5. Okay, this is not a challenge, this is actually quite simple. Okay, let's look at the next example. I want to find out negative 2 plus negative 4. Okay, now I put the answer here, but if you were to use the algebra disk, you will put negative 2 in a row, followed by negative 4 in the second row. And if I were to do the counting, it will be negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. That's why negative 2 plus negative 4 will give me negative 6. Okay, similarly, let's do it again one more time. Question 3, negative 3 plus 2. Okay, so in my first row, I will have negative 3 plus 2. So I'm going to form my blue 2 here. Okay, so I have negative 3 plus 2. Now this is where the concept of the 0 pair comes in. We realize that here we have one 0 pair, so this is equals to 0. Let's remove it. Over here, the second pair also equals to 0. Let's remove it. Okay, therefore our answer is negative 1. Okay, so if you have chance, if the teachers bring this to class, then you might get the chance to actually play around with it. Okay, one more round. Negative 8 plus 2. So if you know the answer, you might have to shout out the answer now. Okay, if you can work the algebra disk in your head, mental sums. Okay, shout out the answer now. Before I review the answer, negative 8. So I will put down 8 negative 1s. Okay, there's negative 7 here. There's one more, negative 8. Okay, plus 2. So I'm going to put down 2 positive 1. Okay, so you realize that how many 0 pairs do we have? 2 pairs. Okay, so this is 0 and this is 0. So our answer is negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 6. Okay, simple. Now, of course, if you have already looked at the number line video and you find that the video method actually suits you more, by all means, please go ahead and stick to that method. But of course, this algebra is the alternative for you. And let's take a look over. Okay, now I have 0 plus negative 4. So most of you would have known by now that it should be negative 4. But to follow through, 0, we won't put anything in the first row. Negative 4, so I'll put down negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Okay, so 0, there's nothing, plus negative 4 will give me negative 4. Okay, and lastly, negative 5 plus 9. So I'm going to put down negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Okay, plus 9, so I have a positive 9. 3, 4, 5 so far. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so you realize that you have a few 0 pairs, so 0 pairs, remove, 0 pair, remove, 0 pair, 0 pair, and 0 pair. Okay, so my final answer is 4. Okay, of course you cannot bring this in during your common test or exam, so if you want, you are supposed to do this in your head mentally. But in your notes, you will actually see this pictorial version of the LGD. So this is the pictorial version. Okay, so you can refer to it if you want, and let's try practicing now. Okay, practice time in your textbook. And I'll see you again in my next video when we do the subtraction of negative integers.